Our journey begins in the rough streets of Brooklyn, where a young Mike Tyson was navigating life without a father figure. His mother, overwhelmed with the struggles of poverty, could not provide the guidance a young boy needed to steer clear of the neighborhood's vices. Tyson, left to his own devices, found companionship in unlikely places. His flock of pigeons. As a child, Tyson was often the target of ridicule. His lisp and high-pitched voice were fodder for the neighborhood bullies. But instead of shrinking away, Tyson learned to fight back. And it was through these early skirmishes that he discovered his natural strength. It was during one such street fight over his beloved pigeons that Tyson caught the eye of Bob Stewart, a former boxer turned juvenile detention counselor. Recognizing the raw talent and power in Tyson, Stewart introduced him to the world of boxing. And so, Tyson's journey in the ring began. But the real turning point in Tyson's life came when he met Cus D'Amato, a seasoned boxing trainer known for his unorthodox techniques and his ability to see potential where others saw trouble. D'Amato took Tyson under his wing, becoming the father figure he never had. He instilled in Tyson not just the skills to become a formidable boxer, but also the confidence to believe in his own worth. Under D'Amato's tutelage, Tyson's boxing skills flourished. He became a force to be reckoned with, his fists delivering punishing blows that his opponents found hard to counter. D'Amato saw in Tyson the makings of a champion, and he was determined to help him reach that potential. Boxing became Tyson's refuge, a place where he could channel his anger and frustration into something constructive. It was his escape from the harsh realities of his upbringing and a stepping stone towards a future that promised much more than the rough streets of Brooklyn ever could. A formidable force was emerging, guided by the legendary Cus D'Amato. Tyson's journey had only just begun, but the world was about to witness the rise of a boxing legend, a force of nature who would shake the very foundations of the sport. Under D'Amato's tutelage, Tyson honed an aggressive boxing style that would become his signature. This was the peekaboo style, a strategy that had Tyson keeping his gloves high to protect his face, bobbing and weaving to dodge punches, and then striking with lightning-fast, devastating blows. Despite his relatively short stature for a heavyweight standing at 5'10", Tyson's physical prowess was undeniable. He had an extraordinary neck strength that could absorb powerful punches, and his uppercuts were a force to be reckoned with. They were so powerful, in fact, that they could knock out an opponent in a single blow. Tyson was a boxing prodigy, combining raw power with a unique style that was both mesmerizing and terrifying. When he turned 18, he stepped into the professional ring, and his dominance was immediate. By the end of his first year, Tyson had emerged as a professional powerhouse, boasting a record of 15 wins and 0 losses. Tyson's star was rising, and on November 22, 1986, it reached a new peak. At the tender age of 20, Tyson was pitted against Trevor Berbick, a formidable foe whose experience in the ring far surpassed Tyson's. Yet, Tyson's raw power and relentless aggression proved too much for Berbick. Tyson unleashed a barrage of punches that left Berbick crumpled and defeated, securing Tyson's place as the youngest heavyweight champion in history. The world watched in awe as Tyson continued to defend his title. He faced 9 challengers, each one falling to the sheer force of Tyson's punches. From Pinklin Thomas to Tony Tucker, Tyson's opponents tasted the canvas, one by one, as the young champion proved his mettle time and time again. Tyson's reign of dominance had begun in earnest, and the boxing world could only watch in astonishment. Tyson had solidified his place as the undisputed heavyweight champion. However, Tyson's world was about to crumble. The death of his mentor, Cus D'Amato, in 1985, dealt a devastating blow to Tyson. D'Amato was more than just a coach to Tyson. He was the father figure Tyson never had, the guiding light in his tumultuous life. With his passing, Tyson was left rudderless, and his personal life began to spiral out of control. Amidst the turmoil, Tyson continued to box, but the invincibility he once displayed in the ring began to fade. He was no longer the menacing figure who struck fear into his opponents' hearts, but a shadow of his former self, wrestling with personal demons that threatened to consume him. Then came the night of February 11, 1990, in Tokyo. The stage was set for Tyson to add another victory to his impressive record. His opponent was Buster Douglas, a man whom everyone expected Tyson to defeat with ease. Tyson was the 42, one favorite. The boxing world was ready to celebrate another Tyson victory. But fate had other plans. Douglas, a man mourning the recent loss of his mother, was a picture of determination and resilience. He took Tyson's best punches and kept coming back for more. By the 10th round, Douglas did the unthinkable. He knocked out Mike Tyson, the man considered unbeatable, the baddest man on the planet. Tyson later blamed his lack of focus and the absence of D'Amato for his defeat. But the damage was done. The boxing world was left stunned as the invincible Tyson fell. It was the beginning of Tyson's downfall, a period marked by personal issues and professional setbacks. But even in his darkest hour, Tyson remained a fascinating figure, a man who had once stood on top of the world before tumbling down to earth. The next few years were a dark period in Tyson's life. Following the shocking upset against Buster Douglas, Tyson's life took a sharp turn. His boxing career was overshadowed by legal troubles, culminating in a highly publicized trial. Accused of rape, Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 1992. He was just 25 years old, and his promising career was put on hold. Prison life was a stark contrast to the glitz and glamour of Tyson's boxing world. But he didn't remain idle. During his time behind bars, Tyson sought solace in religion, converting to Islam and adopting the name Malik Abdul Aziz. This spiritual journey marked a significant change in Tyson's life, a transition from the bad boy image he had cultivated. Despite the turbulent times, Tyson's spirit remained unbroken. He continued training in prison, preparing for his return to the ring. Behind bars, he found a renewed focus, a determination to reclaim his position at the top of the boxing world. He was released in 1995 after serving half of his sentence, and his comeback was eagerly awaited. Tyson returned to the ring with a vengeance. His first comeback fight was against Peter McNeely, and Tyson won by a knockout in the first round. The baddest man on the planet was back, but he was different. He was more disciplined, more focused. He went on to win a string of victories, proving to the world that he still had it in him to be a champion. Tyson was back, but he was a changed man. Tyson's return to the ring was marked by controversy. His fighting spirit was still fierce, but it was his infamous match against Evander Holyfield in 1997 that would truly shock the world. In an unprecedented move, Tyson bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear, leading to his immediate disqualification. This incident was a clear indication that Tyson's famed discipline had given way to unchecked aggression. However, the ear-biting incident was just one part of a larger problem. Legal issues began to mount, and Tyson's struggle with weight gain and drug use became public. His once formidable presence in the ring started to fade. Despite these challenges, Tyson continued to fight. His final major bout was against Lennox Lewis in 2002. It was a tough match, a testament to Tyson's decline. He was defeated, marking the end of an era. Tyson's career, once so promising, was now riddled with controversy and defeat. Despite his tumultuous career, Tyson's impact on boxing is undeniable. His story is a compelling narrative of peaks and valleys, a tale underlined by a string of what-ifs. What if Tyson had remained focused? What if the personal struggles hadn't overshadowed his talent? Could he have dominated the heavyweight scene for another decade? Theories abound, but the reality remains that Tyson's peak years ended far too soon. Yet, his influence on the sport is indelible. Tyson's raw power, coupled with his peekaboo style, changed the game. His charisma, both in and out of the ring, transcended boxing, making him a global phenomenon. Tyson wasn't just a boxer, he was an entertainer, a character larger than life. His legacy, though marred by controversy, remains an integral part of boxing lore. Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, remains a captivating figure in boxing history.